Hey, what is good? All right. So y'all see my absolute Wonder Woman in the background. That's nice, right? But today is actually an interesting day today for the folks. Everybody want well, not everybody. I'm pretty sure not many people give a damn, but like people probably do want to see the behind the scenes and see how the hell how the hell I be doing shit, bro. And there's just a lot of things to go through, bro. There's a lot of things to go through, bro. You feel me? So we start off with the obvious one. Obviously, the way that I create all of my shit is because I got, Xenoverse 2 mods, bro. You already know. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Mods are always the lifeblood when it comes to this shit, right? And you already know, right? You see all the mod. You already see some mods that are very interesting looking. You already can see that. So you can view all the mods down here on xenoversemods.com. If you don't know that, and if you had the PC version of this game for this long and you never knew this, there's something wrong with you. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But there you go. There's that. We got that out the way. This is where I get a most of my mods, right? Some mods are Patreon exclusive, right? Like Azura, Azura, whatever the fuck how you say that person's name, Azura's mods. That's where I get all my clashes from, right? Where you get to see the fighting when them going hand to hand, fighting to fight. You already know. Secondly, this is what I use to make logos. People, for some reason, love to keep asking me to make them logos for them. I just haven't been in the mood, right? This is where I make logos and thumbnails. This is actually a great spot. If you only have like $2 a month, bro, this is fire. You get to make unlimited amount of shits, and it's pretty simple to use, right? You already know. See, I'm using the Suncho, logo as the example, but it's pretty simple, right? You can see how I do this shit right here. It's pretty simple. You get yourself a nice font that you want, right? Because they even have it to where you can have your own custom gradients, right? So let me turn this off real quick. See, bam, you see the custom gradient. This is without the extra stuff that I always add on to it. Now, if you want the extra stuff, just go on Google, search up space, right? That's what I use. I use just different space pictures, right? And then you just overlay it. See if this is none. This is what it looks like, right? It looks fucking stupid, right? But when you press that overlay button, bam, godlike. Anyone can make a good logo like mine. It's very simple. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not hard, right? You know, you just gotta find the fonts that you want, and it's easy. They're easy to look up. There's a whole bunch of different like websites where you get them shits for download for free, and then you insert them here into the add local font. All right, you add the TTF file, and there you go. You get your font in. Okay, but some fonts don't work. Some just don't work. So if you have a specific font that you want and it doesn't work, that's tough. Find a new one. All right, and it's just that simple, right? Me, it's pretty easy. You're probably wondering how the fuck do you have an outline over an outline? That's pretty simple, actually, right? You just double up, pretty much. One has the outline size of a 30, which is the white outline, which is right here. Bam, see? And the other one behind it has just a bigger, thicker outline. Pretty simple, right? See, I'm giving y'all the details on how to do this shit, right? So y'all may want to actually pay attention. You feel me? Thumbnails. Okay, easy. Since we're already here, great. You already see I have the first thumbnail pretty much ready to go, right? Pretty simple. You take yourself a screenshot. I'm giving y'all the easy details so y'all don't have to waste a lot of time. Y'all can take the screenshot and you go over here to free transparent background shit, right? Let me go to the file real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's other right. So watch. Got a regular screenshot of Sunshow just with the city background. Bam, gone. background gone, and it's an easy download for free, and you pretty much get it. But it only comes out to, it depends on obviously it depends on the size, right? Usually all of these are 1920 19, is it 1980 by 10? No, it's 1920 by 1080. Usually all my screenshots are 1920 by 1080. So, but since you're doing this for free, obviously they want you to pay that extra money for the HD, right? You know what I'm saying? For the best quality. But to be fair, Xenoverse really don't need the best quality. It's damn near 10-year-old game, right? Yeah, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it will pretty much drop your shit down to 12 1240 by 720. You know, pretty much the next one below 1920 and 1080. It drops it down to the 720, you know, shit, right? So that's how I do my shit. An easy outline. Let me break it down. If you want an easy outline, all you have to do is duplicate it. All you have to do is go to adjustments. All you have to do is contrast it so it gets all this. Then you pick the tint color, because you're going to use dehaze and bloom to do the rest, alright? Dehaze and bloom pretty much, and then blur pretty much gives you the outline. I do a double up on bloom so it gets the color that you want. The lightest color that you, well, not the lightest color, but you know, the color's more popping, right? And then you just use the hue to pretty much change how you want to do your shit. So bam. So bam, boom, bam, bam. I'm Kendrick. Should I put some music on in the background? Maybe. I can. I guess. I'll just use my own. Nah, never mind. Fuck that. Next. So there you go. Easy. Obviously, obviously I can get my screenshots from BAM. And there you go. Bam. Look at that. Look at that. It already looks clean, right? You feel me? And just to add a little bit of extra shits in there, I just do this. Get yourself a little sketch, the you know, the freaking, what is it called? They're like sketch line, the little line enhancers. I don't know the names of everything, okay? And bam, see, look at how easy that is. And then you just drop, bing, there you go. See how simple it is to make a thumbnail? They're actually not that hard, right? See, I even have my second one already here too, right? Where you just gotta know how to position the camera, right, for photo mode. And you pretty much can make thumbnails like these pretty easily, pretty much, right? See, I just pretty much got it lined up pretty much nice and easy. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It isn't that hard. It's actually pretty simple, right? And just like that, we got episode 2. Didn't even take that long, right? Because a lot of this is just really you getting the right screenshots, like I said, putting them in the right places, and all you have to do is just duplicate it. Then adjust it to how you want it to be. And that's what I do with even regulars, right? Because I even adjust the screenshots a bit too, so they look a little bit more HD like, right? Can probably just do an example real quick, right? Just so that people know. So when I do something like this, usually I would also dehaze and get the right glamour, right? And sometimes bloom it. See, so now that's how she looks. That's how she's gonna look in the thumbnail. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Or you know what I'm saying, making them look a little bit more extra. Obviously, they're not gonna look like that in the video, duh. All right, but it's supposed to be eye catching, eye popping, eye looking. You feel me? Next up, music. Actually, good. All right, good thing music is next, cause now we're actually gonna be listening to music now. All right, I'm gonna keep going with what I've been doing. So I use Suno. It's an AI. If you hate AI, leave now. No one gives a fuck about you right now. But Suno, this is where you actually get to make music. I don't even pay for Suno. That's the funniest part. I don't even have to pay for it. They give you 50 credits every day for free, which is 10 songs because they do two songs. Well, 5 credits is one song, right? So it's you get 10 songs for the freezy easy, right? And all you have to do, me, if you want to put lyrics in, you can. I'm an instrumental type of nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? So I've been rocking with this set so far, right? I've been rocking with this set of shit for my music for at least the Sun Show. I got different music for different things. Boy, I can show you how much music this is all just for Sun Show, right? Just for this one series alone, this is all the music I got. And this is I always have a extra folder for, music that I've already used, right? That's just Sun Show. Reborn has its own set of music. Reborn has its own set of music. Like when I tell you I use like when I have the idea of making a series, I start making music instantly because I want to have a distinct sound. Dado Dory when I was doing the freaking the trailer, right? It had its own music, but I had a whole different set of music if I wanted to fully make it a series. So far, not really, right? But yeah, when I jump in, I jump in, right? So, and I just name them shits random things like bam, right? Just makes it easier for me to just, have them succinctly remembered, right? So they make 2 songs for you automatically off the bat, right? So they use 10 credits every single time. So, but like I said, you can pretty much, in a month, you can pretty much make hundreds and hundreds of songs, right? You know what I'm saying? And now this is where we get to listen to music. You see, now we're listening. I'm telling you, this set of shit that I put in here is a golden hit every time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I like I said, you get the right shit together, you can make some good shit. And you already know. You already know this based off of my series alone, right? Because I upload certain songs to YouTube too, right? Just in case if y'all wanted to download them, use them, I don't give a damn. I really do not care. Like, bro, I'm kind of jamming. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I'm giving. This is the distinct sound that Suncho got right now. So, but yeah, easy, easy download MP3 right there. It's gonna tell you, like obviously since you don't got the Pro, it's gonna tell you that the songs only Pro are eligible for commercial. No one cares. They won't even know that this place made this song. You're fine. I've been uploading my songs all the time. But don't be a dick. And if somebody uses your AI song, don't even try to hit them with a copyright, nigga. That's so stupid. I'll tell you this one time. That sounds dumb. What's the other one got? Hold on. Hold on, bro. What? I'm telling you, the music ain't playing. That's why I just stick to instrumentals. Because you can get banger instrumentals all day on this. All I do is jam, bro. Bro, bruh, like, the songs are too, like, the instrumentals are really, actually really good, bro. This is only at version 3.5, by the way. This is already a, they already have version, 4.5 plus. God damn, they're already that far ahead. This is me being a version 1 point behind. And that's because I just don't have the Pro, so I can't even actually tell you if version 4.5 or 4 is that good. But if 3.5 is good, I'd just have to assume, you know. I've been using this shit since last year. When it was at version, like, what? I was using this shit when this shit only had version 2, by the way. It was either a version 2 or 3. No, it was 2. Because my songs weren't even, like, even though these songs don't go past 2 minutes, it's very good though. Like, if you go back to my version 2.2 and all that shit. But there we go. I'm downloading this one immediately. Immediately. Damn it, I pressed upgrade by fucking accident. Bro. Wasn't even thinking. But give me that. That is getting instantly downloaded. That shit was fire too. Alright. Here we go. Here's the actual problem. The text to speech. So what I use is 11 Labs. This is the next thing on the docket. And I use freaking Google Docs to help me out to freaking remember shit. Right? Well, and to also type out episodes and stuff. You know. You gotta watch out. Some words are hard to do. Some words you actually gotta, like, see, you can't type in saying like how it's actually spelled. You have to actually just say in. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because, the AI gets kind of confused a little bit, you feel me? But yeah, I have it to where I have all my voices lined up so I remember shit. See? And you can touch up the voices if you want to, right? At least here, they do have recently used. I just got to remember whose voice is linked to what. That's the thing, right? Yep. And you can also do a little bit of voice. So it's like if you have, see, I got 26,000 credits left. And it's taken me 14,000 credits to do the first 2 episodes, right? So that would mean I probably have at max 3 to 4 episodes that I can still do. Well, no. No, I do not. I have at least maybe 2 episodes that I can still fully do, right? You know what I'm saying? No, if it takes 14,000 credits to do 2 episodes, then yeah, I have like at least 2 more episodes that I can still do, maybe 3, right? I can still probably do 3 episodes, right? Maybe 4 if I'm real good with it, unless it's just a very good fighting episode. There's that too, right? But yeah, see, this is where, we get the things, right? This is where you get all the voice lines, right? You know, see, I can generate speech and waste just a little bit. It won't hurt me at all, right? Because I'll still be able to do it, but I can show you, right? Who don't want to try? Because like I said, I use Google Docs to type out the entire episode pretty much, and just to remember who's talking pretty much, right? So second episode took at least like a good solid maybe 4.5 pages to do. And that's crazy. That's only for 5 minutes worth of video, by the way. This is not like, bro, imagine how long this script actually would be if I was doing 20 minutes, bro. Like, this shit would be like 20 pages long, bro. Because, like, because this is episode 1 right here, right? Even episode 1 had some distance, right? Man, this shit slower than an old man. But even episode 1 had some distance in, right? I can actually do the funnier voice. Well, it's not even funny, but it's a voice that I had to create myself technically, right? The cooler voice I got, right? Because I actually had to do that one myself, right? You probably already heard you if you're here, you've most likely watched the videos already, right? You had to have. There'd be no reason for you to not be here and not to have watched my videos beforehand. But if you haven't, it's pretty simple. You can change how they talk with their speed. There's the stability of the voice, the similarities that you want with the original voice, right? And then obviously, if you want them to express a little bit more, have a little bit more of an exaggerated expression, that's pretty simple, right? You know, it's not gonna sound like but like if you want to hear Cooler's voice,
Good. Make sure it is done. I don't want not a single monkey to come out alive. Do not fail. The consequences will be dire.
see, you can hear, like you can still hear the Coolerisms, right? And sometimes all you have to do is just a little adjustments to get it the way that you want it to, right?
Good. Make sure it is done. I don't want not a single monkey to come out alive. Do not fail. The consequences will be dire.
See, you get them to be a little bit more expressive. I do not want a single monkey to come out alive. I wonder if my search history can easily just pick up the not boo. I forgot I had them all. Forgot I had all the good voice lines already downloaded. I literally forgot about that. I am so dumb. Cooler's is right here.
Good. Make sure it is done. I do not want a single monkey to come out alive. They are a stain to my universe. So do not fail, or the consequences will be dire. Good. Make sure.
You're telling me that that doesn't sound fire though. I hella forgot that I just had these shits downloaded. But yeah, 11 laughs. They pretty fire. I only had to pay like $5 to get me 30 something thousand credits. So, well, 30,000 on the dot. They give you 10,000 for free a month, right? So that would be like 10,000 would be enough to get at least an episode and a half done, right? For me, right? Because the thing is, you got to do a lot of testing. That's my issue. I wish they gave you like an extra 1,000 credits for testing for voices, right? Because it's like you're not just going to automatically know which voice you want to do. Sometimes you want to actually test how they sound with some of the dialogue that you want to put in there. And it's tough. I probably wasted 4,000 credits on testing voices, right? So maybe 10,000 would actually be enough for two videos if I already knew what I wanted to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Yep, so I've already went over this, went over that, went over that, went over that. So we pretty much went over the music, scripting, voices, where you get the mods from, how to make thumbnails and freaking logos and shit. Pretty simple. Now I guess it's just time to jump into the game, right? Guess that's the only thing left to do. Sheesh, my file is a little long because you already know, bro. Mods. Now that we're back, right? We're back, right? We're 100% in. We're locked in. We're ready to go. We're ready to jump. We're ready to shoot. But if we're back, all right. So let's get into part number 252, right? Uh, on how to do the shits, right? Now we're fully back again. Because I don't know what the hell that was. On what I actually do, right? So, you're wondering how regular characters can start, well, regular modded characters can start using all these different powers. But even though, if you this is for the people that have downloaded mods already, right? If you haven't downloaded mods, you can still watch this so that you know. But if you want to know how I was able to change people's power sets, you just go over to character create ex. Once you've downloaded, the patcher and stuff like that. It's outdated right now, so I had to go back to an earlier version of the game, which is when this version was actually good, which was probably like a patch or two ago, right? You know, once you do that, you go into install RAR, right? See, I got a seven. I got a I got me a 7Z folder so I can get into all this stuff, right? And then I go to character create.exe, which will show you this, right? Which will allow you, see, these are all my custom mods for this series, right? Which will allow you to take a regular, see, this is the regular mod itself. Now it's in, right? And this is what all the powers that this character would normally have, right? So what I can do is I can change it. I can change it to whatever. And this is why you should download your power mods first. So all the mods that you want that are like powers and stuff like that, all the different skills and stuff, you want those downloaded first, right? You know what I'm saying? So that you can use them, right? Because obviously, cutscene pose skill number one is not in the actual game. It's a mod, right? So I get to put all these I can put all my modded moves on these characters whenever I want to, and I can even show you that with number two. See, I got all my legendary poses, my legends poses, my lobby skill poses, you know what I'm saying? All these little different poses. And all you would have to do to make it a new character is you just have to get a new GUID, which you just generate new. And I just put two just to make it easier, right? You know. And then after that, obviously, you save it, duh, right? You press the save button, goes up here. Obviously, you want to change the title so you don't replace nothing, and you save that bit, right? And then you go over to the installer, you know what I'm saying? The install.exe, right? And you can just easily put it in, pretty much, right? Because as long as it's an X2M is good, trying to find her, and that's where you can see number two, right? Pretty easy. What I do though is I download the original mod first. Always download the original one first so it's easy, right? Because when you go to slot editor and you are going to download the second mod, all you have to do is just attach it, to this. So it just becomes costume number two. Instead of having to, make a whole bunch of different files for a whole bunch of different of the same person. Luckily I figured all that shit out. Now that we got that out the way, right? Now we can finally get into the goddamn game. Let's go. Yippee! It eventually wants to open up. Thank you. Took you 2,000 fucking years. Yippee! Goddamn yippee bug. I was about to say any day now, game. Any day. Yeah. Turn that music off. Yeah, I always go in music off on this shit. Cause that shit's so fucking annoying, man. Especially when you're making a series and you're gonna be putting music behind it. You don't want music playing while you're doing your shits. But now we're getting into how the fuck we do what we do, bro. Interesting. Interesting start. I forgot she had that on. It's my nigga Dotto Doya. It's my other Dotto. I gotta fix all the mods because, everything got fucked up. So this is supposed to be the Dotto Doya that you seen in the trailer. But since I had to reinstall everything, I have to redo that. Syriax, I gotta restall the beard so he can get his beard back. Lotus. I haven't touched any of the other characters. I've only touched like two. There goes Boo. Hey, hey, Boo. We're just going to Boo since it's nice and easy. You know what I'm saying? But you get to see all your mods, all the hair mods that I got. Sheesh. All these mods, and Dotto Do it still sticks with that damn bowl cut. It's always Dotto D Doya, right? All these niggas gossiping in the background, bro. Let's get this show on the road. Hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry up, hurry up. Thank you. Enter photo mode. Yes, I got every single character. Yep. And now we're in, I guess spoiler territory, but you already know these niggas would be there. She just showed up. She wasn't even supposed to be in the series until I thought about it on the exact day. We got Cooler, right? Because I got a transform mod for this nigga. We got Moochie. We got Ko-Chan. Which, as you can see, I got two different costumes with just different poses that he can do. So, you know, he can actually start being a little bit more animated. We got her. Got her poses and stuff. She cool, right?
Here I go.
But let's just show you how we do. Yeah, and isn't it great that you can get modded stages? I'm surprised this is just not a regular stage. All they have to do is just change the hue. That's it. I don't even need this. I don't even know why I have this stage on here. But yep, you already got the lab, right? That's where you get to see all the different, niggas. We got Dr. Wheelo. This is where, they do all most of their talking. And then we got Garlic Jr.'s castle, which is where, King Melee. I just call her Mirror because that's her other name. And it's just better. Who the fuck wants to be called Melee? Super Smash Brothers. Melee. But yeah. Now we're getting into the part where shit should be simple and easy. This is your best friend. Photo mode is your best friend. You have to be smart. Be smart with how you use photo mode. You can get angles. Bam. You can get other angles. Bam. You can easily get even more angles. Bam, right? This is going to be your best friend. And if you want to record in motion, you just hold down. You hold down, the right D-pad button, and it has frame advance. If you are worried about the sound right now, all you have to do in editing is mute it. Crazy, right? See, you can see how the clouds are moving, and you can use frame advance, right? And you can have her still move, right? If you want to have a different pose, well, I have these poses downloaded, so sucks for y'all that are just PlayStation dudes, right? Or just Xbox dudes, whatever console dude that you want to be. Even Nintendo Switch dudes. See? And frame advance, right? Frame advance is going to be your best friend. And the change camera button is going to be your best friend because guess what you can do? Turn off the HUD. You can turn off HUD here. That's going to be good. This is for the PlayStation niggas and the Xbox niggas. If you think you can't make a series, watch my Shattered Dimension series. That will show you that you can do anything. Alright? And if you need a little bit more help on that, it's pretty simple. Make sure you get a USB drive, right? Or, I actually don't know if they can Bluetooth it to your phone or not. But, if you have like a house computer or something that you can't, but you can't play games on it or something, just use a USB drive, transfer it to your computer, transfer it through Bluetooth or whatever the fuck to your phone. And if you can actually use Bluetooth from the freaking PlayStation to your phone, I never tried that. That's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know. But if you need to use Bluetooth for the thing from your PlayStation to you know what I'm saying, do that too. That also would work if you can do that. I don't know. I haven't had a PlayStation in a long time, low key. But still, like I said, frame advance is your best friend, right? This mode right here is your best friend, obviously for talking. What I do is I'm pretty smart. If I know that a character's not going to move, I just take a screenshot. That should be what everybody's trying to do. See, the character's not moving, right? Because I have a lot of different poses. She moves like a little bit, but she doesn't move enough to where I need to do anything with it. So I can, it's just a bad angle, I ain't gonna lie. But like, I can just, still a bad angle. Maybe down here is a better angle, yes. See, I can do, the smile is killing me. There we go. Now it's the eyes. But it's like, this character is going to be hard to do anything with. But, like I said, since I know she's not going to be moving much from this spot, all I have to do is take a screenshot. And it saves you time. It saves you transfer time, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to have a hard time doing the Bluetooth strap. Well, if for me, I have to do the Bluetooth strap. I'm getting a new phone in like a few months anyway, so I won't have to do the Bluetooth strap anymore, right? Plus, I have a new way of doing things now because my computer can now just transfer shit to my phone. All I have to do is just link my phone up to my computer, and that's pretty much it. Without USB or anything. Anytime my computer turns on, my phone is right there ready to get all the information that it needs to. So, like I said, if I know my person's not moving, I can take a screenshot. Saves time, right? And it's just pretty easy, right? You know what I'm saying? The hard part, mod wise, and I'm pretty sure a good bit of people know this, is trying to have other people in the background while doing something. Which is why you need to have easy, well, if you're downloaded the poses, you need to have easy poses to do, right? So that your the other character can easily do this, and you can easily have different poses that you can do with having other characters to the side and in the background. See, make sure you use all your angles that you can. See, I can't do anything because technically the ground is here, so I can't really do much, right? But it's like, if I wanted to do this, use angles. Her arm got the open hole. You can easily do this as an angle. You got to be smart with how you do shit, right? And another thing, like I said, frame advance is going to be your best friend, right? First off, what you would want to do, this is a nice level technique. First, do the move by itself. You want the sound from this move. You want to see, and this is where the hard shit actually comes from, right? Because you want, like, if you let's say we want to show this grab cinematically. You do this first, right? You do that first because you need, the sound. Because if you want to do this in a cinematic fashion, this is what you actually do. You stop right there. You get your shit ready. Because you're not going to be using any of this sound. And then you can easily stop, continue. That's my bad. I didn't mean to press that button. I didn't mean to press return. But you know what I mean. Like, if you want it, like I said, you can easily line it up, frame advance it, and then you get that, you stop. You can continue from here to get the knockback. You know what I'm saying? And you can film it from different angles. Watch my Dragon Ball Z Reborn series if you want to see that, because I did that with Bardock, right? When Bardock got his ass whooped by Broly, then you can do this for when they're getting up, and bam. Other things that you need to know to do. Health. That was not health. so that you can film somebody dying, right? So you can film somebody dying. Either that,
Refuse to surrender.
see, because this is an easy way to film people, you know, getting back up super slow, right? Obviously, if you don't have what we got, you know what I'm saying? I have the custom things to do this shit myself, right? Without having to go this far. Very interesting shot. Drip. Very interesting shot. Wasn't even thinking. But yeah, you just hold the frame advance till she gets back up, pretty much. Right, obviously. See, and now you got her getting up very tired, right? If you want her to continue fighting. Another skill shot to do. If she's damaged, see, this is why photo mode was like the best thing they've introduced in Xenoverse in total, right? Because now you get to easily get that shot. You can stop if you want to get another shot of her looking like she's getting back together. You can do that too, right? Another easy way to do this is just doing heavy breaks. Heavy breaks also do the same thing pretty much, right? Obviously, I'm not recording anything, but I'm just showing you what you can do, right? Showing you all the different shots. Obviously, you want frame advance on, right? See? But if you want to do it easy, you can just heavy break. It has a different property, but it does pretty much the same thing with the slow get up, right? And those are pretty much your big things, right? Obviously, if we're talking about moves, you want moves that look more expressive, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is why most of the moves that I always get are strike based moves. Now we can get into the shits, right? I was gonna say, where's Sancho at, right? Yeah, I gave her 3 different sets of moves, so you're gonna be seeing her doing a little bit of much, right? You know what I'm saying? Best 2 for representation. Don't know why he has that voice. Let's fight in the snow. Because I know that there's probably a lot of people that want to see behind the scenes, right? But yeah. But you'll see a lot of my skills are clash based ones, right? These are very good in between shots, and they're very good shots that you can string together, right? That's Emperor's Might. That's a pretty good one for, you know. Clash right there. That's Clash revamped punch right there. Man. And then you got version 3. Where's this one? You feel me? Right? You get Rivalry Clash. See, I got so many different clashes, right? But that's why a lot of my freaking skills that I also use for characters are freaking strike based. Because it's just easier that way. And it's cool to, you know, people like hand to hand. Beam combat is cool and all, but that's like good for like a little bit of stuff. Yeah. But I don't have the other one on her, which is Savage, right? This is the one that you see me. This is a new one too. I think this one just came out like a few months ago. In episode 2, it's the first time you see me use that one. All right. But yeah, that's where that's what I do, right? Strike based skills is the thing around here, right? Like I can show some strike based skills, right? Yeah, you already seen him. and him, Vinegar and Spice, right? You haven't seen Sancho, Nikki, or Kashimi or Ginger yet, though. They'll be coming in later. Just like how Salsa is and Dor will come in later. You've already seen Dor. He's pretty much placed Dodoria, right? He's pretty much placed the Dodoria, taking down the entire Bardock squad and stuff. Alright. I just didn't have the other mods locked in yet, and I wanted to finish that episode that day. That's why I only seen Bardock. You know, I'll get the rest of them in at some point, right? But this is why I forget it does that. Yeah, me. See, a great move that everyone should download is Final Rush. This is a great way to show just people coming into the fray, right? You don't even have to use the move to use its hitting properties. You can just use it to move distance. I used to film flying like this. So stupid. Well, it's not stupid. That's just what I had to do. But now I can just do this. They're flying in. Mink. And there you go. Mink. Like I said, I just got a whole bunch of strike based skills. You know, strike based skills just do all the work. Now here's a fun fact. I didn't know. Giving her scratches or any battle damage on her changes her fingers for the gloves to all black. Don't know why it does that. That's probably just a mod thing where they just didn't have, they just, you know, didn't do the textures for this, right? So if you want to know why she's gonna be battle damage looking the entire series, that's why. Because it would look so weird for her to have purple gloves. It's very small. It's a very small detail too that no one would ever notice, but I'm pointing it out today, right? But there we go. That's pretty much the tutorial and pretty much how I do pretty much everything. Logos and all that stuff is pretty simple, right? You know what I'm saying? Just overlay, erase shit, right? Thumbnails are pretty simple. Just get yourself a good screenshot of your character, nice and close up. Easily go to a place where you can just make images transparent pretty quickly, which is you rather use the site that I use, right? And because it'll at least give you a it'll give you a pretty decent quality screen, like, you know, image that is transparented from your direct image, right? So it's pretty simple, right? And then you just, you know, duplicate them, view it, blur it, give it the right freaking color that you want, and bam, that's pretty much how you can do the outlines pretty easily, right? You know, voices, just use 11 Labs. You got $5, pretty simple. Pixlr, it's a great spot to, you know, for where I do all of my graphic design stuff pretty much. And that's only a few dollars. So in reality, if you wanted to make a series where you use AI voices and like you want to get the right, you know, screenshots done, to be fair, you can do like they give like a Pixlr gives you 3 downloads a day for free, right? So if you pretty much got it good and you only work on your own shit, you pretty much can easily not have to pay anything on that, right? And it depends on how long you make your episodes, because 11 Labs gives you 10,000 words, well, 10,000 like characters a month for free. So to be fair, you could make your whole thing free, right? Suno for the music, that's free. You can get 10, you literally can get 10 songs every day for free. So that's pretty much free, right? And yeah, and just showing you all the different camera work. Yeah, the only thing that sucks, like I said, the only thing that sucks for PlayStation people, they can't do this. They can't do that. That's the only thing that sucks for the people that are only on console and they can't get mods and stuff like that. You don't get to take away the HUD like we can on regular shit like this, right? We can take the HUD away. So when we do, she really just punched him one time, but so that we can actually get, you know what I'm saying? We get to actually get the full length of use for photo mode compared to the rest, right? But that's why I said that's the main reason why I said this is your best friend, because you can actually take away the HUD and when you do the photo mode shit, right? And that's why you got to use frame advance, right? But now I can close the game because I pretty much showed everything I needed to show. Now I can show one more thing, right? Yeah, I work on a lot of odd channels, by the way. If you wanted to know, if you want to know why I got so many fucking channels that are chilling on here, it's because I work for a lot of people, boy. Well, not a lot of people, just a few people, but you know. I want to take. I forget it takes you to freaking studio. I don't want to go to studio, bro. Just want to go to my channel. That's it. This says your videos, or I forget. I'm looking very stupid. There we go. I'm blind. But it's gonna be a it's gonna be a very good trek down here to get here, right? So I've made a lot of videos in this time frame. I'm trying to see how far I would have to go to get to the one video that would help all of the PlayStation people out. For all the people that are on PlayStation and Xbox, here it is. This is the video you want to watch. Because I made this entire thing on my PlayStation 5. Right? I made this on my PlayStation 5. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing that sucks. You gotta move. You got the whole watermark down here too. But that's fine. No one cares. As long as your writing is good and you're doing shit. But look, I want y'all to watch this. Because this will show you. This will show you how to do it. And this is all recorded on PlayStation 5. All of this is going to be recorded on PlayStation 5. Alright. So if you have a PlayStation 5, you can make a series too if you want to. You just got to put in the work. Also, watch my Shattered Dimension series. Well, the first half. The first like 4 episodes, maybe 5. The first 4 to 5 episodes of Shattered Dimension is also made on freaking PlayStation. I didn't switch to PC till around episode 5 or 6. But just look, pay attention. Frame advancing. This is all frame advancing. This is why you see no HUD, but the HUD is going to come in when the fighting happens. And that's the only time your HUD should even be popping up. But do you see? You see what I did? I told y'all. I used the frame advance and I used the camera feature and used frame advance. Frame advance is your best friend. All of this is frame advance. All of it. Every single ounce of this is frame advance. All frame advance. None of this is PC. None. All PlayStation. All frame advance. I'm going to keep saying it until y'all get into your head. All different camera angles and just frame advanced. The only times where you have to see is when we actually have to do actual movement. But when I can do moves, all frame advanced. And this is the only time where you're going to see any of this is when he's flying away or where they're flying to each other and stuff like that. Because there's no moves that I can do to fly to people, right? With hit and go, right? All frame advance. Made on the PlayStation 5. So none of that is PC. None of that is modded. None. Just letting y'all know that if you really want inspiration, watch that. I know that's only a minute and 30 something seconds, and it's not like 20. Like I said, just also watch the first 3 to 4 episodes of Shattered Dimension. That's also made on PlayStation, right? Remember, Shattered Dimension was my first series that I've ever made, right? People keep forgetting that. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people saw Reborn, they was surprised and they was like, "How the fuck do you make shit like this?" Because the Shattered Dimension was the first series. I wanted to do that for a comparison. But this is just to show you, yes, you can make a series like this even if you are on PlayStation. You just have to have, to be fair, you just have to have dedication, right? And just know that your custom character always ain't gonna cut it. Remember, I made Dragon Ball Z Reborn, not a single custom character in that bit. There's only like one, and it's not even a custom character. She's actually a mod. She's the female Zarbon mod, right? She's just one mod, right? But none of those are custom created characters made by me. Sancho's the only one where I have two custom characters, and that's Boo and Sancho. Because you see what I did with Boo, right? With the Grand Supreme Kai, right? You know what I'm saying? Because in Z, he absorbs Kid Boo absorbs Grand Supreme Kai and becomes Fat Boo. So I'm having Fat Boo take care of Boo. You see what I'm having Grand Supreme Kai, not Fat Boo. The Grand Supreme Kai take care of Boo. You see what I'm doing there, right? But I'm just saying. So if you think that you cannot make a series just because, if you think you can't make a series just because you're on PlayStation and it's not modded, yes, you can. Especially with how Xenoverse is today, where there are so many, you can actually customize so many of the characters now, right? You can give people different moves now, right? And that's on base roster. They gave y'all the keys to the kingdom to make series. I need niggas from PlayStation to start making more series. I'll react to them bitches low key, right? To give y'all some pointers, if y'all actually need. I'm actually good with the shits. I'm not like a lot of other people, right? A lot of other people can do 3D animated shits and all that stuff. That's cool. I'm a person that likes to work within the confines of the game, right? Mainly for the simple fact that I can help literally everyone else who also are working in the confines of the game, especially with people that don't have the access to mods, right? That was the main reason why I made Shattered Dimensions, was because, watch, I'm going to make a series, and I'm going to do it off the PlayStation. No mods, no 3D animation, no nothing. And now that I got mods, I can do it without 3D animations and nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the series that I make, is to inspire the rest of y'all. You know what I'm saying? People that are probably sitting back thinking that they can't make a series like this. Yes, you can. All you have to do is put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may not be able to add voices. I haven't added. I didn't add. I did all my own voices back then. By the way, if you seen the What If from Broly, the Broly What If I did, all those voices were done by me alone. You know what I'm saying? So if you want voices, you can put your own voice in there. My only issue is I can't do female voices. I don't have no one to do female voices for me. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm like, I never actually tried. But now that I can actually use AI a little bit to get that, to overcome that barrier, I can do that too. And now y'all can do that too. AI should be fine for all of us low niggas that don't got no money or don't got time to just be, giving people a lot of money to make a series that ain't even gonna make a dime anyway. So, you feel me? I'm just saying. If you want to make a series, you most definitely can. Xenoverse gave you 9 slots. Maybe 10. I don't know how many I don't know the direct number of slots. The Xenoverse gave you 9 slots. They gave you enough slots to make custom characters for a series if you wanted to. Right. Yes, are you gonna have a lot of limitations? No shit. Right. But you have to work within the confines of that limitation, bro. They've given us a lot of maps, you know what I'm saying? If you got, and like I said, if you've been a person that has purchased all the DLCs, you got a lot of maps, you got a lot of characters, you got a lot of base roster characters to work with. You can make your own What If series low key if you wanted to. That's what I did. Even though I'm a modded guy, but it's like that's what I did because I can do that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling y'all that y'all can do this. It's not hard. I mean, not it really isn't hard. It's just time consuming. That's what it is. It's not hard to do. Just time consuming to do, right? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. For me, it's gonna be even more time consuming because I actually, have to get the voices right. Like if I didn't have to do voices, I feel like I can easily bust out any series as much as I wanted to. Sometimes I just don't feel like making nothing. That's why you'll see me go on long hiatuses because I just ain't feeling it. But I'm here, bro. And eventually I'll work on episode 3 of Suncho, The Last Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta make sure I know where I want the story to go. Right. Sometimes I be thinking of shit on the fly. That's just how I work. I'm a freestyler. I think of shit right then and there and be like, all right, that works, right? I don't have some long-winded plan. I feel like I know where I can end a story, but the middle is everything that's just made up by me at that made up out of the blue, right? Every episode is random. Every episode is random on what I think could happen. Obviously it's going to be based from previous episodes as I continue. But the first episode is always going to be the toughest one. When the first episode is your toughest one, because that's where you want the story to start. I feel like after that, it's easy to freestyle stuff after that, right? It's just wanting to do it too. And I feel like I know where I wanted to end. I know Cooler's endgame. Like, we all know that already. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed on the little bit of the behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rewatch this video. Watch some of my Shattered Dimension episodes. It will literally give you the inspiration you need to make your own series. Just to show you how, like, is a more recent one. This one was made probably in like 2023, right? While my Shattered Dimension series was made in 2019. 2019. So if you want a good representation of what it would look like if you're at, a pretty decent level at doing shit, watch this one. But if you want to see what I look like when in my fumble era, it's not even fumble, but it's like in my beginnings where everything started. Just watch the first few episodes of Shattered Dimension just to see how many flaws I've had. Right? You know what I'm saying? And see how and then look at this again just to show you how different things have been, how shit has come. You feel me? But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this little, like I said, behind the scenes of some shits. And hopefully, if some of y'all are out there that want to make a Xenoverse series, that have Xenoverse characters that you ain't touched yet, or have a series and you only have the PlayStation, just know my controller fell on the floor. But you can do it too. But other than that, peace. Hey.